What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? So, welcome to Friday's episode. So, if you have not already, please go back and tune in to Monday, where we discuss how the NSA has a bounty being offered if you can break SHA, there we go, one encryption and find the original hashes to those seeds. So if all that sounds foreign to you, yeah, it is. So tune in, find out more about it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a cryptologic expert, but I think Shannon broke it down really well. Then on Tuesday, we discuss a new cybersecurity campaign from Peapod that's targeting women political leaders. Really, it's anyone in that space that's an activist or political leader. So not just women, but definitely tune in for that episode where we talk about a Peapod rat that is able to drop files in your system, retrieve data, backdoors can be opened, and it can delete itself. So it can remove itself from your system. So definitely tune in for that one. On Wednesday, we discussed at a very surface level the Israeli cybersecurity professionals kind of coming together because of the current war that's being waged between Israel and the Hamas, and how because of cybersecurity professionals being activated and having to go to war, there are people who are stepping up to provide defense when it comes to removing hacktivism from children's computers and school systems, protecting power grids, water plants, things of that nature. So definitely tune in for that one. And then on Thursday, I don't know what I posted. So I don't know what episode I went back to just yet. So I'm sure it is both clever and timely. Yeah, because that's what I do. So definitely tune in for that episode. So we have almost 500 episodes to dig through. And then this is Friday's episode where we talk about everything else. So movies, books, games, all that good stuff. So without further ado, Shannon, how was your week?
Man, it was good. The week before when I was out, I actually went home, went back home to Maryland. My grandfather, we celebrated his 89th birthday, man, 89 years on this planet, man. So he's doing pretty good. But it was a fun time. I miss seafood. I don't know how much I miss seafood until I'm not eating that fresh stuff that you can just get right out the water. Just walk outside,
Gotcha.
pick it up out of the Chesapeake. You know what I mean? So I missed it, and I didn't realize how much I missed it till I went home. And but it seemed like every day I was eating some seafood. It was great. But this past week, not taking in a lot of movies and things of that nature. I did. I don't know if you finished watching it or not. Did you finish watching The Continental?
No. So that's what I was like. There's one thing I need to go back to. So I
Yes.
watched episodes 1 and 2. Those are done. I did not watch the third one. So was it good though?
So here's the thing. I think I was a little let down because they tell you how it's from the story of John Wick, right? Like they equate it to John Wick. So I just expect as soon as bullets start flying and swords start swinging, that's all I'm going to see the whole time, and that's not it. They're telling a story, right? They can get a second season out of it, and when you finish it, I'm gonna share a theory with you. If I didn't, did I share my theory with you? I didn't.
You did.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I mean, for the viewers, as time goes on, we'll probably put it out there, but it I think it makes more sense in the third one. Like there's a throwaway line that said that like, that confirms it for me. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Because it is very like they don't go in any real detail on what my theory is, but it's the third one, there a lot of bullets flying and bombs.
Okay, so there's more action.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one slowed it down a lot. Got more story, less action.
Yeah.
But they ramped it up again. So all in all, it was good, right? But it wasn't John Wick good. Like if you're a John Wick fan, like you're not gonna see a bunch of that, right? Like the fight scenes are good, but you ain't gonna see him going through like 20 dudes in 5 minutes or rolling down some stairs, that it's like 400 stairs, something like that. That's not gonna happen. But no, it's a good series. I would suggest it to people. But watch that. What else did I take in? Not much else, if I'm being honest, man. There wasn't too much else out there that kind of interests me. I've been looking at like movie trailers and things like that because I kept telling myself, the wife and I, we were going to get together, go watch Equalizer 3. We haven't done it yet, and I think it's to the point where it's kind of phasing out of
Is
theater.
it okay? Because my wife, I said the same. She wanted to see Elijah 3, so that may be the day. But yesterday would have probably been better, like because Sunday you just want to chill. So
Yeah,
we'll
Sunday.
see. See if we can squeeze it in. But yeah, so yeah, it's weird. Like yeah, my wife also said the same thing. She was like, "Hey, we should go see this." Like they've been advertising this movie for a long time. So I wonder if she just saw some stray ad or something.
I mean, look in your area to see how many screens it's showing on too, right? Because I know for us, like it's getting less and less showings. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, it's been out for a little bit. It's a rated R movie, right? So that already slims down your audience and who can go see it, right? Hence, the wife and I not being able to go see it because we can't bring the younger two children, right? So we would need somebody to watch them if we go on a little movie date or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just wait for it to come out. I think it might be coming out on Blu-ray soon. I thought I saw a commercial that was advertising it or something like that. Like it's coming out on Blu-ray or for streaming or whatever, where you pay for it, right? Like for me, I got so many streaming services. Like I need it to be free on those services and I not pay extra. You know?
right, right. Oh yeah, I think it is for rental. So that might have been why she might have saw the ad popped up on one of the streaming apps that you can rent
Yeah,
it now. So we want
yeah,
to do that. That'd be easier.
yeah. But that's money you got to pay, man. Like you're already paying for the service for
Yeah,
Prime or
but
you know.
I don't feel like going to theater
I hear you.
because I got to go in November for the Marvels. Like, so I tried to go to theater because I want to see the creator real bad.
Yeah,
Because I think it would look great on a big screen. But I'm like, I'm already going next month to go see the Marvels. It's not the money. It's just the crowds.
yeah. No,
I like my space.
I get it, man. And you were used to that over in Turkey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You go to theater, like even a packed theater was still empty, right? Because it's such a small community.
Right.
So I got really used to that. The first time back here in the States, man, it was like shoulder to shoulder. I'm like,
Breathing all in my popcorn. What's
yuck.
going on, man? Yeah, yeah. I understand that. I understand it. I always when I'm looking for seats because every theater now like it's assigned seats, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know of any that are out there that don't have it. Maybe they are, right? Like your old, they used to be the dollar theaters. You know what I mean? Like
right,
I
right.
doubt they have those anymore. They don't have a dollar menu at McDonald's anymore. I doubt they have dollar theaters. It's probably the $1.50 theaters, right? Because even the dollar stores are $1.25 now. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
crazy.
I don't think a dollar movie is a thing anymore. But yeah, you always have assigned seats, and I will always look and be like, all right, this is where we're gonna sit over here by ourselves, you know. Plus, my children are loud, like so. Um, oh, that is something I did do actually. So when I came home, the next day, it was a holiday, and so my my daughter and I had daddy daughter day, and then my wife and my youngest son had mother daughter day. So I went to go see uh Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie.
Okay,
That's what we went to see with my daughter. So she loved it, right? That's what matters, you know. So
right.
for me, it's like, I don't see any bullets flying here. Like, what's going
If you did, you'd be like, yo, wait a minute.
on? Yeah, then I would have to
Wait a
rethink it.
minute.
I'd be like, all right, baby, we gotta go. you know.
Right,
So no,
right.
it was good for her. She enjoyed it. It was cute. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, like, for anyone that has young children out there, if you ever watch Paw Patrol, it's pretty much that on a big screen with all of them. You know what I mean? And some funny stuff. And the cast was a lot of well-known people. You know what I mean? Taraji P Henson was in it. As
Okay.
voices.
Are they voices over characters that are already established, or are they like
That
guess?
that I couldn't tell you.
You know what I'm
Like
saying? I don't think she's in the every week Paw Patrol. You know what I mean?
like when I see Paw Patrol, it's usually just the dogs and Ryder is the
Yeah,
kid with them, right? So like there's like a mayor in there that's a villain. I don't know if he's been in there before. It seemed like he could have been in there before because when it starts out, he's in jail, right? So they already talk about him being in jail and stuff like that. So
gotcha.
they had another movie that did not, I don't think it went to theaters. I think it was like a movie release on whatever streaming service before, but this one was like out in theaters. So I think he could have come in there, but I've never seen him in a little bit of time. I've sat
Mhm.
down with my daughter, you know what I mean? So but yeah, they had some major voices and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So did that. Um that's kind of it, man. Like I did play a little bit more of Horizon. I think I'm at the point where it's no coming back. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, gotcha.
I think I'm there. And like I only turned it on for a few minutes. Like I went a few minutes more and then something came up and I had to turn it off and I never went back to it. But I gotta finish it because in less than a week, Spider-Man is coming out. So
Yeah, yeah. And I forget. I keep thinking it's another week. Like so, because my son was talking to me about it, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't preloaded it yet, so I need to download it, all that stuff."
so it's coming out. So I gotta finish up Horizon. And it was free, right? So like it was a free download. So it's not like
Yeah.
I'm out money or anything like that. So or did I pay for this one? I can't remember. No, I might have paid for this one, but it was like $20 or something. I can't remember. It's been so long ago, and I put in like 100 and I think I was at like 170 hours or something like that. So
Wow. And this one or the last one?
on this one,
There's
this one.
that much content?
I,
That's
I think
crazy.
I think it was like 170, Ryan. It was something
Wow.
crazy. I was like, wow. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like
Okay.
so yeah, you are getting it in. But again, I'm the side mission guy, right? Like I go in and I haven't done all the side missions yet. Like
Yeah.
there's some stuff I'm like, I don't want to do the hunting grounds, you know what I mean? Like I've been there, done that, right? Not doing the hunting grounds. Uh they have like these races you can do like on the different machines. I'm not doing those. So like I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with me and racing because like I didn't like that in the Arkham series either. Like what was it? The
Oh,
last
I
one.
hated it. I hated it. It was a
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, it wasn't Dark Knight, it was Arkham Knight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Arkham Knight. But
Arkham Knight.
oh
Yeah.
man, so yeah, I mean, you brought it up. I wanted that game to be like that game was a great Arkham game until you got into the Batmobile. And we wanted the Batmobile
Yeah.
for so long,
Yeah.
just to find out that the Batmobile was the main villain all along. It was like, why am I doing these missions in this vehicle? Like it's only fun when I'm running through buildings and tapping gently tapping bad guys at 150 miles an hour. Like Batman's killing these people. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Batmobile slammed into you at that speed.
And the thing is, I didn't mind it too much. Like if it was a mission where you would have to change between the two forms and like fire off missiles, but when it's the races that are timed, that I
Yeah.
didn't like. You know what I mean? Like, but when you turn into the little tank thing and you got to blow up drones, or when stuff is coming at you and you got to do that I didn't mind. You know what I mean? But yeah, the racing, I was just like, oh man. Like I picked it up several months ago, but like, oh yeah, I did like this game to play it. And then when I got to the first race, I was like, oh yeah, this is why I didn't like it. And I turned
Right.
it over. I was like, this is what I did not like about this. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was wild. But yeah,
Yeah. I think it ties into Spider-Man really well because like at the heart of the combat, Spider-Man, it's just an Arkham game. If
you
you
think so?
like, yeah, like when he's inside of a building taking down bad guys, I'm like, this is Arkham.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's 100% on point. And I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to do it again, man. I need to check and see if they got any new trailers out, actually.
Oh, so I've been staring. They do. I've been staring away. I don't want nothing. Don't give me nothing else.
Really?
Don't give me nothing else.
Okay.
Like I might do a recap of the first game, just because I never finished the first one, but I did finish Miles Morales. I was doing a lot at that time. I was like studying for something. I just never finished it. But I saw my son finish it,
Mm,
so I know how it ends. I just didn't experience it to the end.
right.
So in back of my mind, I'm like, do I need to play it a little bit to get used to the mechanics again, or do I just jump into it fresh? So I'm thinking I'm just gonna jump into it fresh.
Well, if did you have Miles Morales too? Did you ever get Miles Morales?
Yes, and I beat that one, but it's short, right?
It's shorter, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. But like, I imagine the mechanics from both are what's going to be like. They're similar in some mechanics, but there are some things in Miles Morales that he does that Peter doesn't do.
right.
You may just have to get used to, right? And some things that Peter did that Miles didn't do. You know what I mean? Like some of the acrobatic stuff that Peter would do was just crazy. Like I'm out there just doing crazy flips and turns and stuff. Just to
Right,
see,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it looks awesome. You know, but um, yeah, but yeah, less than a week. And,
Yeah, it's the 20th, right?
yep,
So 5 days
yep,
from now.
yep.
Yeah,
So
so I might preload it. I might go ahead and just. What's crazy though is the same day is Mario Wonder. So there's a new 2D Mario coming out.
mhm.
It looks amazing. I'm just like I'm not gonna buy both of these though. So I'm buying Spider Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna circle back to Mario because like this might be uh like because I like Mario 64, I like Galaxy Odyssey, like I like all the 3D Marios. I was never good at the 2D Mario's, and this looks like I may be able to jump back into it and like really enjoy it because it looks gorgeous. Like even though the Switch is underpowered, like stylized, like Mario stuff just looks amazing. And the videos I have seen, I was like, okay, that's like childhood Mario is back with a lot of the quality of life stuff. But I can't, I wouldn't feel comfortable dropping 140 to not play either one 100%, right? So like I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna beat it, and then I'm gonna go get the other.
The Nintendo games were $70 too.
It's either 60 or 70, I can't remember.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
But yeah, they're charging full price now.
That's why they stay up there then. Dang.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it for me, man. Like, what about you? So let me ask you this: have you watched Loki?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm caught up on Loki.
Okay, I have not. I have not watched it at all.
Okay,
Two
gotcha.
episodes in now, right?
Yep, 2 episodes
Even though I haven't.
You got the original Loki on there. You had a ponytail? I don't remember having a ponytail. I think you're muted, Shane.
Right here. Ponytail.
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember the ponytail. And he got the horns in the original. Like for those who are listening on audio, like he has the original Loki with the gold and green. But yeah, you got the side profile. I don't remember having a ponytail. It makes sense though. I mean, him and Thor, you know, that the Viking like
very Nordic.
Yeah, Nordic. There it is. Yeah, I was like, it's like that one guy who plays the Viking and everything. Oh, what is his name? But he's a real tall, brooding type character. He was in True Blood and a few other things. It's always the same guy, but he's like from that area, right? So he's like the perfect character to play a Viking. So it'll never come back to me. I'm terrible with names, but if you've seen True Blood, Eric, that character. For those who are listening,
never watched True Blood. Well, let me not say I never watched True Blood. I got like 3 episodes in, and it wasn't for me.
It hit a peak and then it fell off. So I think, man, I forget how many seasons there were, but there was before the last season, it hit like a good stride and then just fell off. Like all TV shows, except for like the true icons. Just you got to know when to quit. You got to know when this is the final season, and they just did. They didn't stop. But speaking of which, so HBO shows that uh, I just now started. I started The Wire, so I'm 1 episode into The Wire. So so far, because everybody just keeps talking about it, the hype is real. I saw an interview with Method Man on, I think, Drink Champs. Yeah, so Method Man on Drink Champs, they're asking questions like the Wire trivia type situation. Cause I think he started in season 2, and he was breaking it down how these side characters were the real characters. Like so, the main characters in real life were side characters in the TV show. So they're telling their stories to the writers. So they have writers, they have retired cops and detectives, and they have the actual people who were the actual main characters all within the show. And I was like, that's very interesting to me to hear, as well as the hype is real on The Wire. Like that, it's one of the most iconic shows of all time. I have no understanding of it at all. Like I watched The Corner, like The Corner was real good, but they said The Wire is better.
So I gotta say something. People don't believe it when I tell them this, but like I've never seen it either. Like it's in my queue on Max to watch it, but like people are like, "How have you not watched The Wire?" Everyone just assumes. So I tell them I'm from Maryland, like
I was gonna say like
right. No, I'm not from Baltimore. Like there's other cities in Maryland, right? Like there are millions of people that live in Maryland, right? Yeah, Baltimore's the only one they know. I usually joke with them, like, "No, I don't need to watch it. I lived it." You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, like I haven't seen it either, but it is in my queue. But it's one of those things where I don't get over to Max as often. So like if for whatever reason I hear they got like a new DC animated thing, like then I'll check it out, right? Because their DC animated stuff is off the chain. Like I love watching that stuff. But I haven't watched it either, man. So I'm right there with you. So you got to let me know then, because you 1 episode ahead of me.
1 episode. Well, the first episode is pretty good actually. I'm just okay. It doesn't feel dated. That's the part I like. It feels like they made something that as long as I watch it in the next 30, 40 years, right? Because at some point we're gonna have flying cars. But right now it's still practical and it still looked good. Like I don't know if they up-resed it or it was just shot in HD, which I don't think so. because it's like early 2000s, right? When that show came out.
I want to say it was like 2005 or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. But it looked great. Again, it still seems to be holding up. You got young Idris in there, Stringer Bell. I'm like, okay, I can get down with this. So I'm starting now. I got so much other stuff to watch and catch up on, but I added it to the queue because I still got to watch True Detective. I got to watch. There's a bunch of shows I just never got into that I know are good. I need to watch one day. But then you have all these new shows. Like I'm watching Gen V, so it's the Boys spinoff, which I know it's not the Boys not your thing. This is just as gross, just as hilarious as the Boys. Like because I thought it was gonna be like it's like it's the boys in college type situation because these characters are all college kids, but it's so interwoven with the main story. Like you're getting all these cameos, like it makes sense in the world, and it actually progresses the boys' storyline as well. I'm like, this is really good actually. So I'm one episode behind on that one because I think one debuted on Friday, and then Loki, like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I was afraid that the first episode or two would be them trying to like explain stuff and like because you remember how the season one ended, right? It picks up right from there, and everything is it explained first episode, and then they jump right into everything immediately at the end of that one into the second one. So there's no downtime so far because
Yeah.
Disney series always have that lull. So I'm just like that. I was expecting that lull to be the first couple episodes, and they just keep it moving.
So it's decent then because remember we saw that IGN review where it was like a
Yeah, so I'm like, but they saw the whole thing, right? So they're taking it in its totality, and they gave it a 5. Like so far, it's still an 8 or a 9 for me. 2 episodes in, but like I guess we'll see what happens. But they also said that there was no like they didn't like it because they felt like the character didn't progress at all. It's kind of the theme. I'm just like, it's good enough for me. Like he progressed in that first season. Right?
yeah, like these critics nowadays, I think they want Shakespeare out of like material that does not warrant that.
Yeah,
I
because they
mean,
gave this is the same like not the dog IGN because I do like their game reviews and I do watch a lot of their or listen and watch a lot of their podcasts on gaming. So I like IGN a lot. But when it comes to their movie reviews, movie and TV, they be a little off sometimes because they gave the last Rambo like a 4 or a 5, and they were talking about how it just didn't progress and the character was kind of boring and a product of his time. And I'm like, yes, because that's what Rambo is.
yeah.
Like I come here to see him gun people down with a 50 cal, right? I'm not looking for anything more from my Rambo. So they're kind of iffy on their movie and TV show reviews for me anyway. So I think we're good so far. I'll let you know though. But you'll
Well,
probably be caught up with me anyway.
yeah, I plan on watching it. That's the thing. It's just I didn't, right? So like when it came, the first episode aired when I was flying home. So when I started my vacation
Yeah,
was that one aired, and then this week was just a matter of just I didn't have a chance to catch it. So I because I think it's only two, right?
yeah. It's only 2 so far.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll get in there and get it in.
Yeah, and they come out on Thursdays. Yeah,
Thursdays or Wednesdays?
was it Wednesday? I saw it on Thursday. I thought it was Thursdays. It could be Wednesday.
Maybe either way. I
Yeah,
was not in town. I was busy doing other stuff. So um for the first one. But yeah, I'll probably catch it. Maybe not today, right? Like so behind the scenes, we film on Sundays, right? So that's football day. And actually my Ravens are in London. I'm not looking forward to it because the last
yeah.
time
Good luck because we did not do well.
well, the last time we did it, it was several years ago. Like Flacco was still the quarterback. We lost 44-7, I think it was, or something like that. Like we are not down for London, man. Like I'd love to go to the city. I love the accents. I'd love to see all that
Right.
and everything, but like don't bring my Ravens over there. No, don't do
And
that.
yeah, they said that like so not to excuse the Bills poor performance, right? So it's still Bills fan, Bills Mafia all day. But yeah, they didn't perform. But after the fact, they said like obviously they didn't look good coming in because they didn't get there early enough. Jags were already there, so no excuses. But they also said the turf sucked for both teams. They said it was like playing on cement. So that could have also because we had an injury. It seemed like we have a defensive player. We lose a defensive player every single game. Like But I think
Yeah,
the
but
fit would,
you lost two of your best now, like because the season's
yeah,
only 5 weeks in, right? You got Trey
yeah,
and Milano are both done for the year, so it's like,
yeah.
dang,
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough on defense. Like today we played the Giants. I'm not trying to say anything against the Giants. Like their lead QB for this game will be our. He was our prime QB, right? Tyrod Taylor. Um, but they're just not playing well, so we got to win this. You can't have no more Jets type games. All right, we got to take every W we can get because the Dolphins are murdering people out there. So we want a chance to be leading our division. We can't lose any more easy games. This can't happen.
it's happening for everybody. You see Prime out here losing to Stanford in double overtime.
Yeah,
Like
I saw that. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like it happens, right? But they have a lot of tough games ahead. They got to win games like that. They have
it,
no
it's
choice.
it's weird, right? So like I got some coworkers that we talk about. We talk about this, right? And before the season started, they were like, "Oh, you're a Prime fan. You're a Prime fan." I was like, "No, look, I'm not on the bandwagon or anything like that. I just think he will do better than what they did last year. They won one game last year. You know what I mean? And he has. He's 4 times better than that now. They're 4-3, right? But I kid you not, Ryan. Like I'm not on the bandwagon, but I'm interested, right? So I'll start to watch a game, but I almost never finish it, right? So every time I turn a game off that they are in, their fortunes change. So like when they played
Mm,
USC was killing them. I was like, well, there's no sense in watching this. They come back and almost beat USC, right?
yeah,
This one 2 nights ago on Friday, they are killing Stanford. It was like 29-0 or
yeah.
something crazy like that, right? I stopped watching it because I'm like, this is over. I wake up the next morning, I was like, what? What happened? How did they lose in
Right.
double overtime? Like what? Every time, like I am not a superstitious guy, but if Colorado wants to
It's
win,
you.
watch these games. Yeah, it's got to be what it
You got
is.
it. So if so now you have no choice. Like now you have one of those weird rituals. So now
Yes,
if they
superstition.
are yeah if they are winning, you have to keep the game on in the background. If they're losing, you got to cut it off.
Yeah, I gotta cut it off. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird, man. Like I don't.
you determine their fate. It's
But
a
again,
lot. Heavy as the
I
crown.
sound like the Zach Brown band, you
Yeah.
know. Heavy's the head. No, I'm eclectic with my music. I listen to all types of stuff. So for anybody surprised that came out, but but yeah, no, it's weird like that, man, and I don't know why. And again, I'm not on the bandwagon, right? But that's what they were accusing me of. Like, oh, you're on the bandwagon. You gotta like, there's this thing going on. It's like a bandwagon form on why did you start joining the bandwagon and jump off? And I was like, no, no, no. I just thought he would do better, and he has, right? Like I just thought it would be different for Colorado. He's done better for the team. I still think they'll make a bowl game, right? Like they got to get two more, and they'll get them. But I think they'll get them. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on whether or not I'm watching or not.
Yes, you. Yeah, you would determine if they get it or not.
Yeah, yeah. So, but um, yeah, it was wild. I was like, how did they lose in double overtime to Stanford? Because Stanford is having a really down year, and they were giving them the work in that
Right.
first half, man. So I was like, I'm done with this. So, but yeah, man. We'll see what my Ravens do today. In London. Like I don't know. But they've been there since Monday, I want to say. So they learned from their mistake because they arrived late too. So like when they did it 7 years ago or whatever, like they arrived the Thursday or Friday before the game or something, and it was not enough time. Like they were just off. But this time they were like, we went early, we bought some toilet paper because apparently that was an issue last time or something.
Okay.
It was wild, yeah. You know what I mean? But just stuff you wouldn't even think of. Like, what does that have to do with anything? But yeah, so I don't know. It's we'll see what happens. But I'm hopeful, right? Because we're playing the Titans. Titans are kind of up and down, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I hope we get them. But it's an early game, so I got some time. It's like an hour till kickoff from when we're posting. Another behind the scenes for y'all. Hey, we
Right.
we film early on Sundays. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Who's the Bills playing this week?
The Giants.
Giants, right?
Yeah,
Giants.
we're playing the Giants.
That's right, because
So
Tyrod is starting. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah,
So like, hey, I feel bad for me down their luck. Train this W. So
yeah.
it's
And
what it is.
the thing is, like they're close to you, right? Like even though the Giants play in Jersey, like it's in Orchard Park today, though, right?
I
It,
believe so, yeah.
I believe
Yep.
I think they come to you, but so like New York is New York, right? From Jersey to New York is not a far ride, right? So like it could be it could be a little dicey in the stands, right? You might have more Giants fans than what you want there, right? If it was like San Fran coming out or something like that.
Right, right.
So they're close. Those fans are close. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, yeah,
And
definitely.
vice versa, right? People from Buffalo could come over to Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
we usually come pretty deep wherever we go. It's crazy. Like I have not yet. I know I hope to get like I definitely see when it come down to Miami. Like not this game. Like I looked at the tickets, I was like, that's ridiculous. But I will be better prepared for next season, right? I'll see when they come down to Miami. But I kind of want to go up and see them in the current situation we have going on because it'll be the last time before they I think they have one more season in our current stadium before the new stadium should be built. And I've never been to a game, surprisingly, in our stadium. So I kind of want to get there before they close it. At the same time, I don't feel like going to Buffalo, but that's a long trip. It's cold. I am a fan, but I can watch them right here in the heat, right in the warmth of Miami. So
even in the winter, that's a warm game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's one of
yeah,
those things.
exactly. Because I had tickets. I had tickets during the COVID year, and then they canceled it and refunded all everybody their money. They still played, however, they didn't have but like a handful of fans in the stands.
No, I like the scheduling usually does it though to where they bring Miami up to you at the end of the year when it's snowing though.
Yeah,
They usually drag them up to y'all like when it's late in the season, if I remember correctly. But I don't think that's the case this year though. I think it switched this year because it was something I was
yeah,
looking
because
at.
we played them in the heat and we're cramping up. This year, last year, last year. Yeah, so this year it is switched up. Like they're gonna come down during the winter of Florida.
Yeah,
Quotation marks.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. What surprised me though, like for I don't know why I had this in my mind all this time, but it was very very incorrect. I kept thinking we're getting a dome. I was like, why would they build a new stadium? Because our stadium is old. Old. I almost cursed. It's very old. However, the new one they're building, which looks really nice, is like right across the street, pretty much. Not domed. We'll never get a Super Bowl in our
Not true.
stadium.
Not true. That's not true. I can almost guarantee you will. Okay. They did it for the Meadowlands in
But
Jersey.
who wants to come to Buffalo in the dead of winter to watch the Super Bowl? Like,
The pool is
except
in
for people in Buffalo. People from Buffalo, yes, we would love that. But if you're from elsewhere, like yo, man, snow it's gonna snow because it's February. It's gonna be inhospitable conditions. And if there's the Bills playing, I could see it. But if the Bills are not playing and it's two other teams, right? Let's say I don't know, make up
so like
two.
San Fran and Dallas, or not? No,
Yeah,
no. That's same conference. So let's say San Fran and let's say my Ravens. Let's say that. You
yeah.
know,
There you go. There you go. Why would y'all be playing in Buffalo in February?
I'm telling you right now. So like I thought the same thing when they built the new one in Jersey, the Meadowlands, and
Yeah,
that is New Jersey in the winter, and they had the Super Bowl there 2 years after it was built. The same thing is going to happen. So I can almost guarantee you. You said it's going to be done next year, 2025 or 2026, something like that.
yeah. I think it'll be done for the 2026 season.
Within 2 years of that, I can
Yeah.
guarantee you they're going to go to that stadium because it's a new stadium. It's the allure of the Super Bowl. Like I don't think
Mhm.
it's one of those things where it's like, oh, like worry about the weather, keeping people away or anything like that. Like it is the Super Bowl. And here's the thing: if Buffalo's going to get it, they're going to see to it people can make it. That's the thing, right? Like y'all
Yeah.
going to buy some extra snow plows up there in New York. Like I'm telling you, like
Right.
going to make it to where it is going to happen, right? All the money that comes into a city when a Super Bowl comes to it, it's
Right.
ridiculous. All those prices go up, man. Milk gonna start costing $10 a gallon that week. I mean,
Right. Okay. Like, hey, from your lips to God's ears, like that would be cool for that to happen. I I couldn't fathom getting tickets, right? So not on wood, something magical happens. I want some tickets to go up there and see him in Buffalo, but oh no, like February is not the time to visit Buffalo, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that does make sense to me though, like because new stadium, get the fans in there, make that money. So maybe
it'll happen. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
because yeah, because people will be happy all the way from all the way from Buffalo up to Niagara. Like that's a ton of money. People going to see the sights. Like Niagara Falls in February is not a joke. Go at your own risk. But in Canada like Toronto, oh, is Toronto excited too. Like that's everybody, right? Like you had a whole area making money. So, but so my week fairly quiet, right? So work, did not play any games, built finally retrofitted the PC, upgraded the PC. I haven't touched the innards of a PC since 2003 for recreational use, right? I've done help desk and stuff like that in between time to get the things up and running. But mega sales on the prime days or whatever. So I got a new GPU. I got uh, a faster, bigger SSD. I got uh, more memory, and what else I put in here? I think that's it. Yeah, so I got a 3060 12 gig card. So I've been trying to get a 40 series forever, but I was disappointed in their it's just the value versus the money was not doing it for me, but I put enough away to get one. And then on the Prime Day, they're selling the 30 series, the 3060s for like 250, 260. Couldn't pass it. Like the performance for the money is definitely where it's at. Then I got an SSD because the kids fill up this one. It's like I think it's called a 990 Pro, Samsung 990 Pro. It has a heat sink and it's a bad boy. And then we had two 8 gig sticks, so I got 216 in there. So I got 32 gigs of RAM. So it's a lot better than like it had good bones, but it's a lot better now. So like my son, because I was like I'm gonna jump on the sticks, I'm gonna play something, I want to see what it looks like. I have not gotten to it, so I've asked my son to download a bunch of good games to try them out for me. Let me know how many frames per second he's getting. So he downloaded Forza, the new Forza Motorsport. He downloaded Lies of P, and he downloaded Starfield. So he's gonna let me know this weekend how they're all playing. At some point, I'm gonna hopefully get to it because now I'm gonna actually try to game on my PC, right? So if they're using the living room, I'm in the office. If they're using the office, I go to the living room. I could pivot because of Game Pass, so it's pretty cool. But so far, like the things he's been playing, he's played in the past, like GTA's, obviously an older game. It's almost 10 years old now, but still looks amazing. He was playing over 100 frames per second. And then he put in Fortnite, just like he doesn't really play Fortnite anymore, but Fortnite will let you kind of know where you're at. It was like over 200 frames per second. Like so the card performs really well. So but I want to see it play a modern new game and see how well it does. But regardless, it's a decent PC now. So I got a desk on the way because I need more real estate because I'll be working out of here more often. So stand-up desk. So you'll see me elevated in future episodes of the podcast because I'm getting old. So right, they say sitting is the new smoking. So I need to be more. I need to get up and down a little bit more. It says sit here for 8 hours, hunched over, and hurt my back, give myself a migraine. So, but aside from that, we bought some new plants. We replanted some plants. I'm like a plant dad over here. So we upgraded, right? We bought some bigger pots. We moved the plants that are growing into those pots and we just traded up. So I think we have like 7 or 8 plants, I want to say. Got a lot of plants in the house. So we bought this real big one. It's called a fennel, I think, fennel plant or whatever. It kind of looks like collard greens to me, but it's a plant. And it's almost my height. So decent sized one in the living room. So I got a bunch of dirt I got to clean up out of the garage because we replanted everything. And then just doing our thing, right? Like just little upgrades to the house. I changed out the lighting fixtures outside because I installed them when we first moved in, and I went to go remove the glass because it's got like these it's kind of like the steampunk vibe, right? It's got like the glass that looks kind of like a jar, and it has the LED bulb looks like a candle. So candelabra or candle, I can't pronounce it.
Candelabra.
There you go, candelabra. You cultured out there in the
No,
Maryland. There you go. So I went to go change it out, and when I twisted the glass outer container, it had like because it's Florida, right? So the humidity had kind of corroded, kind of calcified it, snapped right off. I was like, I can't just buy just the glass. Plus, the light fixture was getting kind of old. The bulb was too small for it because I want to put some Halloween lights in there, right? I wanted the orange and the purple. So I just wanted to buy some new fixtures. The first time I put them things up 3 years ago, it probably took me hours. This time, 30 minutes in and out. So I was like, okay, I'm getting better at this home improvements thing. So those were installed. I like the way it looks. For Christmas, we got red and green, and then for the rest of the year, we just got just regular old bulbs. So, but that's pretty much me, man. Just boring. I've been 40 my whole life. My age finally matches my mental. I like being at the house. I like doing stuff to the house.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
it's an investment. Like you realize now it's an investment, right? Like your
Yeah.
house is an asset to you, right? Like assuming the market doesn't just tank again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you realize it's an asset, right? It's not a depreciating thing for you. So you're like, I gotta keep this up, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But it's funny you bring up the plant thing. I'm gonna send you some pictures of how many plants we got in this house, man. Like my wife
Gotcha.
got in the plants a couple years ago now. I'm gonna send you something. You're gonna be like, yo, you live in a forest. It's not that bad.
I
Like
like it though.
being
Yeah, I
treated
do
like
like
that.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I'm gonna send you something, man. Like I'll be like 7. I'm like, okay, I got 7 on this one panel
Oh,
right
gotcha. Gotcha.
next to
Okay.
this. But she takes care of them though, right? Like so she does the watering, she buys the soil and all
Yeah.
this. Like she does a good job keeping up with them. So I'm just like, wow. Um, I'm just like, make sure you wash your hands. You know what I mean? Before you come over to me, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna send you some pics after we're done, man. It's crazy.
Gotcha. But yeah, I like it. Like I don't like cutting grass because it never looks good when I cut it. But I'm about to fire my grass cutting company. Like I used to do it myself. Didn't like the way it looked, so I hired them. They don't drop their blades, right? Because they're used to like because my neighbors across the street, like they have that lush pillow top grass. Like he's out there every week getting it, making it happen, manicuring the grass. I did not do that, and it shows. Like it's full. It's got grass in it. And it's uneven. It doesn't look the same. So I was like, I'm gonna hire a company. So he's been doing it for a couple months, which I get it takes longer than that to get to like he's been doing his for years. Um, but they don't drop their blades. So like they're always trying to cut it even and let it grow, but it doesn't look good. Like I can take my time and even it out and then raise my blades over time to get it where I want to be. Because I'm paying too much for y'all to really be making my grass look good. All right. Like they also treat the weeds. I feel like I got more weeds than I've ever had before. I know they're not giving me weeds, but I just don't feel as though the treatment. They're like, no, you gotta let it go for like three or 4 months is what we asked for to see the difference. We're at month 2. I'm not impressed. So yeah, I got to go. I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna actually focus and make my grass look nice.
I mean, can you tell them, hey, I want it at a different height than what it is? But you got to be careful down there in Florida too, right, man? Because if you do it too low, you're just gonna burn it up. Like
Right, right, and I get that, but it's all uneven. I don't know. It doesn't look good. So I'm just gonna do it myself again. Like I do not enjoy cutting grass, but it only takes me like uh 40 minutes to do front and back. But they were doing it in like 10. So like it's a service, right? Like they come in, they drive their riding mowers off of the truck, they get the business, they roll out. They don't like even though they have better equipment, they're not taking the time.
they don't have the same care you do or the same pride
Yeah,
for them as a business.
right,
It's like I
right.
want.
And then most likely the people they've been working with it for years, right? So just like their setup matches that setup. Like I've been doing a bad job for 3 years. So I gotta do it myself. It's fine. Like Thanos, when he got the glove out, it's like fine, I do it myself. That's me right now. Pulling the lawnmower back out the garage. So it's all good. But living that suburban life, right? So I'm over here complaining about nice things. But yeah, that pretty much does it for me for this week. So we'll be deep into Spider-Man. We can talk about that. Next week, I will most likely rent the Equalizer. I'm gonna try to anyway, but I'll finish the Continental, and then we can talk about Loki. So we're good. We got plenty of content for next week. So we should be straight. And then not this week, but next week. So the 24th, I will be a panelist over in CyberX in Tampa. So at some point, I need to start dropping the links here in the description. But I've been advertising a little bit. Like they made some graphics for me to advertise. So we push those to LinkedIn. So if you have not already and you're in the Tampa area, please get your ticket. They're free. And then I would love to see you in person. But I'm excited to meet the panelists, and also our discussion is the cybersecurity myths we tell ourselves. So that can go many different directions. So I'm very excited to be on that panel. So definitely check me out. But that pretty much wraps up this week. So definitely check out all of the episodes. So Monday, Tuesday topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursday throwback, and then obviously you listen to everything else. So we greatly appreciate that. And then you'll see us again next week. Hit up all the websites that go by our name. You can be a person at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. You can find me on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and Threads. Stay safe, stay secure.